How's it going, everybody? My name's Herb. You're back on Herbscapes once again. I wanted to do a quick midweek video this week to talk about water conditions and water parameters, how to do water testing at home if you have, a test kit or something like that, how to test your water at all, whether it be at home or whether it be at your local aquarium store or Petco or PetSmart or anywhere that sells fish really kind of usually does some kind of water testing. I think it would be a really opportune time to do so as well with our in terms of our shrimp breeding tank, because we are kind of right in the middle of that cycle. So we're going to be able to talk about what the different readings mean, how that pertains to what we're doing, and how to get the correct end result out of your tank. So let's just jump right into it. Alrighty, guys, so we just did our full panel of testing here for the water. It is good to test your water every week or so in the beginning of your tank. I don't personally test all that much. That's bad advice. So, it's kind of like a do as I say, not as I do type of a situation. You are going to want to test your tank as much as you can. This is the API Freshwater Master Test Kit and the API GH and KH Test Kit. Not associated with API or anything like that, but it is just the best way to test your water at home. If not, most normal fish stores, and I think Petco and PetSmart and everything like that is also going to offer free water testing. So the pH for this tank is this kind of just over crystal blue color, just pushing kind of a darker blue color. That's like just over 7. That's perfect. For a shrimp tank, I'm not too concerned about the pH, specifically because cherry shrimp, Neocardinia shrimp have like a huge wide swath of pH. It's kind of hard to screw that up unless your water's really, really bad. As far as the ammonia goes, it should be a yellow color. It should be like a crystal yellow color. The green means that there's ammonia in the tank. That's to be expected for, an uncycled tank. So I'm not too concerned about that right now. It actually doesn't look too bad. I've had it way worse at 2 weeks as far as the tank goes. Really dark green. That's not what you're really wanting. This is, just over yellow. That's kind of the way I like to think about it. There are numbers involved in this, but if it's a yellow color, you're good. If it's any kind of green, you're bad. The two that I'm really more concerned about as far as a brand new tank goes is the nitrates and the nitrites. The nitrites, that should be a crystal blue color. It shouldn't be purple at all. If it's any kind of purple, that means that there is nitrites in your water, which is poisonous to your fish, invertebrates, snails, any kind of creature in your water. You do not want any nitrites in your water. That should be an absolute crystal blue color before you put anything in your tank. The nitrates, on the other hand, it's okay if they get a little bit high. Shrimp in general are a little bit sensitive to nitrates. I recommend that you kind of try to keep them below 20 parts per million. This is like 80 parts per million. That's really not what you want. That's actually the reason why I actually chose to go ahead and put some plants in the water, because the plants are going to use up a lot of that nitrate that is floating around in suspension. So once that is blue and that's more of an orange color, we're good to go as far as the tank goes, because the ammonia will drop off before the nitrites drop off, because that's the way that the beneficial bacteria in the tank works. It converts ammonia to nitrites, and then nitrites to nitrates, and then that's it. And you're good to go. That's your cycle. The GH and the KH of the water are absolutely perfect, guys. I don't know how we did this. My tap water generally isn't super perfect for shrimp, but it's about like 4 or 5 degrees, which is like 71.6 parts per million, general hardness, carbonate hardness, which is absolutely perfect for shrimp and most other things, actually. So this is going to work out totally perfect, which means I'm not going to have to add a whole lot of extra mineral back to the water, because a lot of that is going to be magnesium, a lot of that is going to be calcium. So I'm not going to get too many molting issues. I'm thinking I'll have to keep an eye on that, but for right now, I'm thinking that we're good to go. So as far as the testing goes for 2 weeks, we're perfect. Our plants are doing really, really well. The Monte Carlo down there is looking beautiful. It's kind of turning. The leaves are starting to come in a little bit. The Juncus repens looks great. That Crip that we put in the back looks amazing. And the Rotala has definitely kind of perked up. It's definitely starting to find sunlight. For an uncycled tank, I think we're doing pretty well. I think that the ideal KH and GH was actually caused by the addition of this piece of Sirius Stone. Sirius Stone is going to increase the GH of your tank. I think that's probably why I'm getting such perfect results, because usually my tap water isn't like super dead nuts like that. But we just kind of got lucky and we put a piece of Sirius Stone. I did a little bit of research and it turns out that Sirius Stone actually raises the general hardness of the water. So kudos for me for thinking ahead, I guess. But this tank, I think, is going to be super ideal. We might move some things around over the next couple weeks, and we'll just kind of have to see. I'll give you guys a part 2 for this video in terms of getting the actual livestock in the water. But I think for right now, we're in a perfect position. The water is looking great. The conditions for 2 weeks are really, really awesome. So it's just a matter of time now. So like always, guys, please like and subscribe to this video. If you guys like this content, anybody who subscribed in the last couple of videos, I absolutely love you guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.